Okay, let's get ready to do our DLR for the day. Okay, the first sentence is, the planet called Saturn have rings. Well, we can hear that doesn't sound right, but let's start from the beginning. Okay, let me get my pen set. There we go. The, capitalize the beginning of the sentence. Always, always, always put a period at the end. It's a declarative sentence. The planet called Saturn. Well, we know that called is spelled with a C. C and K both have the K sound, but here it has the C. Called Saturn. We are going to capitalize the planets. We capitalize the planet Saturn. The planet called Saturn have rings. The planet called Saturn has rings. We can hear it with our ears that it doesn't sound right. The subject and the verb does not agree. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. The planet's rings are made of ice, dust, and rock. Well, let's start off by doing the capitalizing the beginning of the sentence and putting an end mark. Yes, it is declarative. Now let's look at this. The planet's rings. I have two words there that end in S, but one, the first one, the planets, is talking about one planet, Saturn. So it is showing possession. So we need to put an apostrophe because the rings belong to the planet. Okay, now with rings, it's just plural. It means more than one. You do not put an apostrophe if it means more than one. So the planet's rings are made of ice. Well, ice is not spelled correctly. I-C-E. And I don't know if you remember, but when E-I-E-I-Y, when you have E-I or Y behind a C, the C is going to make the S sound. Remember E-I-E-I-Y? That vowel, those vowels are going to make that C say the S sound instead of the K sound. All right, so ice, dust, and rock. That's a list of three or more, so I'm going to put commas to separate it. All right, I want you to write the second sentence. The planets, now remember we're showing possession, so we have to put an apostrophe S. It's only one planet. So the planets, apostrophe S, rings, no apostrophe because it's plural, are made of ice, I-C-E, there's that E after the C, ice, dust, and rock. Period. Okay, good job. So now let's go down to the bottom one. Choose a sentence that is punctuated correctly. Sometimes Saturn's rings appear and sometimes they disappear. Saturn has 6 main rings with space in between. Titan is Saturn's largest moon. Saturn, Earth, and Mars are larger than Venus. Okay, so let's look here. We're going to get rid of A. Do you know why? You're right here. You're showing possession, so it's Saturn's rings. The rings belong to Saturn. Okay, and I'm also going to put a comma because it is a compound sentence. Saturn has 6 main rings with space in between. Well, that one should be easy because Saturn is not capitalized. The beginning of the sentence is not capitalized. Titan is Saturn's largest moon. That one looks pretty good. So that might be a possibility. So let's go to the next one. Saturn, Earth, and Mars are larger than Venus. So, yep, I see a list, don't I? So let's put the commas in between because it's a list or a series. So C is your answer. Okay? All right. I want you to follow along. Now let's go to the back. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let me try again. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, label the parts of speech. Saturn is the sixth planet from the sun and spins quickly on its axis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who or what is the subject? What is this talking about? Well, it's talking about Saturn. So that is my subject. Well, what about Saturn? Is the sixth planet from the sun and spins quickly on its axis. That all of that is its predicate. Now we know that the subject is a noun, so we're going to put that as a noun. What are my other nouns? Well, planet, that's a thing. Okay, sun, and axis. Okay, now let's think. What are my verbs? Now be careful. We know that spins is because that's an action, but sometimes we have those linking verbs. Am, is, are, was, and were, looks, becomes, grows, and feels. Is a verb also. It's just a special linking verb. It's telling us what Saturn is. Okay, now let's look at our nouns and ask what kind, which one, how many. Well, I see the sixth planet. This is an adjective. Okay, now let's look here. Let's look to our verbs. I see is and spins. Do you see anything that answers how, when, or where? How did Saturn spin? Oh, it spins quickly. Guess what? It's a verb, so it modifies a verb. So this is an adverb. Okay, all right, let's go down. Simple or compound? Well, there's only one subject, so it's simple. Now we want to know what our possessive pronoun is. Well, let's look at that. Do you see any pronouns? Close to. I see I, me, what, he, she, it. Oh, I see it. Its axis. Yeah, that's showing possession. The axis belongs to it, so it is a possessive pronoun. No, you do not put an apostrophe with that possessive pronoun, because if it was apostrophe s, then it would be it is, the contraction. What's a synonym for spins? Synonym means same, synonym same, synonym similar. Spins. How about twirls? I'm sure you guys can think of many other synonyms there. Type a sentence, declarative. All right, let's look to our verb. We have is and spins. That's not past tense, is it? It would have been spun and was, and it doesn't have will, so it's going to be present tense. And then my linking verb, we just talked about that. Am, is, are, was, and were. So that is your linking verb. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fill out your, I hope you followed along and filled out your sheet with me, okay? Tomorrow we're going to have a test.